We are taking R.D. Sharma Solutions, Class 11, Chapter 32, Statistics. Exercise is 32.6. Now, here we have to find out the mean and standard deviation of the for the following data. So, this exercise is about variance of a grouped continuous frequency distribution. So, what you will see here, you will not get values. That is, in previous, we have X and F. And then we have to compute. See, the values of X are not given here, but rather it's a range. That is why we are calling it as a frequency or variance of a continuous frequency distribution. So we have to find X. Then only we will be able to work on it. So how to do this? This is continuous 0 to 10, then just after 10, 10 to 20, there is no break. Between 10 and 10 and 0 to 10 and 10 and 20, there is no break. Okay. Whenever there will be a break, I'll tell you. So we'll multiply this F with X only when we have X. So this is lower, this is upper. This is lower limit and this is upper limit. So take the lower, take the upper, add them, divide by 2. So this is how you get the X. 0 plus 10 by 2, what are you going to get? 5. Take one of them, last one, 40 plus 50 by divided by 2. All of them I won't be able to do because it will take a lot of time. So I just give you an idea. 40 plus 50 by 2 is 90 by 2, that is 45. So this is 5, 45 like this. In between also you have to find out L plus U by 2. Now frequency. Frequency is, now first is this. The best thing is always number the column. Then it will be easy for you to understand. This is 6, this is 7. 7 columns are here. So second column and then the third column. Third, how did you get lower plus upper by 2? So now multiply second and third because we need to find out mean. For that we need sigma fx. So f into x multiply 14 into 570, 13 into 15, 195 like this. 15 into 45, 675 like this. So fi xi. Now xi minus x bar you have to find out. Xi minus x bar. So what is x bar? First you have to find out x bar. X bar is sigma fi xi by sigma f. Sigma fi is nothing. F is capital N. So this sigma f is capital N. So this is capital N. Sigma f is capital N, which is 90. So sigma fi xi. So take this column, fourth column, add all of these. So 2350 you have, and sigma fi is what? 90. So you have 2350 by 90. This is your mean. X bar is mean. So 26.11 it is. Now xi minus x bar. What does it mean? That is, you need to have, take this third column and subtract 26.11 from it, minus 26.11, all of them. So 5 minus 26.11 is minus 21.1 like this. Negative it is okay because we are going to square eventually. So this is your xi minus x bar. Now just square it. This fifth column, exactly same you have to write, but squaring it. Just square it. So minus 21.1 square is 445.21. 445.21. Okay. This is how you have to write. Okay. What about the others? Square it. Now you have to take the sixth column and the second column. Second column and sixth column you have to multiply the corresponding row elements. 14 into 445.21. You are going to get 6233.94. Similarly, all of them. Means what I'm saying for one element, you have to do it for everyone. So now just sigma, just add this. So what are you going to get? 14891.9. So what is the variance formula? Sigma fi xi minus x bar whole square by divided by sigma fi, which is capital N. This is your formula of variance. 14891.9. So 90 is already there, divided by 90. So 165.47. This is your variance. This is your sigma square. In order to find out the standard deviation, take the root of it. So you have 12.86. Okay. This is your answer. This is question number 2. Calculate the standard deviation for the following. Mean is not asked, but still we will find out the need. So this is the same thing. The class is given, the f is frequency is given. So this first and second column will be given to you, is already given to you. Now we'll try to formulate the weight so that we can get the answer. So what you have to do, this is basically x. How to deal with this x? Because you cannot have a value, you need to have a central value. So 0 plus 30 by 2. 0 plus 30 by 2, lower plus upper by 2. I'll just do one or two for you. 60 plus 90 by 2, for example. 60 plus 90, this is 150. 150 by 2 is what? 75. So 75 will come. So this is how it has come. So each element you have to do with this. Okay, this second column and third column. Still this third column is very high number. Still the third column is a very high number. So if you multiply, it will be very highly computationally expensive. So what we will do, we will try to find out D. D is nothing but the number 15, that is xi, and minus an assumed mean. So the central value we are taking, this is in order, means this is ascending order. Take the middle one. In the 7, what you have to do, n plus 1 by 2. That is the 7 values are there. So take 7, add 1 and divide by 2. That is the middle value. Okay. So n plus 1 by 2, you can use this formula. So 7 plus 1 by 2. If n is odd, then n plus 1 by 2. 7 plus 1 by 2, that is 8 by 2. And what is 8 by 2? It's 4. So fourth value you can take. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this 105 you have to take. So xi minus 105. So this is one step. Now you have to find out ui also, which is nothing but again simplifying this column. See, if the number is still not very low, then what you are going to do? So xi minus 105, if I subtract 105 from 15, so 15 minus 105 is 90, and still 90 is a big number because we have not simplified it. So we will take a value which will make this number even smaller. So let us divide 90 by 30. So 3 3 is 9. 3 will come. 90 by 30 is 3. So this is an easy number you have achieved. So you have to take this number 15. Yi or ui, whichever alphabet you use. This is xi minus 105 by 30. That is di by h you are doing. H is 30 here. Okay. So this, for everyone, we have every element we have done. 15 minus 105 divided by 30. Next time you have to do 45 minus 105 divided by 30. Every element. Now you square it. Previous exercise we used u. This time we are using y. It's up to you. So now square it. So when you square it, second column and fifth column you have to multiply. Fi yi whole square. And fi yi. Second and fourth column you have to multiply. Second and fourth. So 9 minus 3 is minus 27. And 17 into minus 2 is minus 34. So fi yi you have to find out. Second column. Then you have to do the y square. So 9 is 81. Fi yi whole square. So now you will add sigma fi yi and sigma fi yi whole square. Sigma f is capital N, 300 it is. Sigma fi yi is with you. Sigma fi yi whole square is with you. And sigma fi is also known. Now we have a formula. So the question is not saying mean, but still we will find out. Okay. So what is the mean? Which is x bar. So we have a proper formula for that. And all the elements which are required, we know it. We have already found it using the table. Mode is highest frequency value. That is the modal class you will get. Okay. It will not come as mode, but modal class. Okay. So let us find out the mean first. This is this capital A or small a, which is the assumed mean. 105 was the assumed mean. So 105 will come in place of A, plus h was 30, which you divided, plus 30 to make it simplified into a sigma fi yi, which is 137, divided by capital N, which is 300. So this is going to come as 118.7. This is your mean. This is clear. Coming to sigma square, which is the variance. Variance formula is what? Variance formula is somewhat different here. It's just same. If you multiply n square inside, it will be sigma fi yi whole square by n minus sigma fi yi by n whole square. The actual formula, let me write it here. Variance formula is h square sigma fi yi whole square divided by n minus and subtraction with sigma fi yi by capital N and this whole square. Okay, this is your variance. So if you take n square outside, if you take n square, you will get this formula. This which I wrote, we have been using it till now. So either you use this one or this one. H you have to put 30, N you have to put 300, and 300. Sigma fi, and of course 300. Sigma fi yi whole square, that is going to be 665. This you write 665. And sigma fi yi whole square, sigma fi yi is 137. So 137 whole square you have to write. 137 whole square. Okay, all the values are known to you. Computation you can do. 1807.31 will come. This is your going to be a variance. How about finding the sigma? Sigma is the standard deviation, which is the square root of variance, and that is going to come as 42.5. This is the final answer. This is question number 3. Calculate the AM arithmetic mean and the standard deviation of the following distribution. So, arithmetic mean and standard deviation. Okay, same thing. Okay, there is no change, same as what we done in the previous 2 questions. So the formula here is, first of all, the 2 columns are there. These 2 columns. First, this is continuous, so you have to find out x from here. So we have to find out the middle value, lower plus upper by 2. So 0 plus 10 by 2 is 5, 10 plus 20 by 2, 30 by 2 is 15, like this, midpoint. Now ui you have to find out x minus 35 by 10. So 5 and 35 we have taken in the middle. So you can take 35 or 45, it doesn't matter. One more thing let me tell you. These are 8 values. So you have to find out n by 2 and n by 2 plus 1. These are 8 values. So n by 2 plus 1 we have to take. This is 8 by 2 and 8 by 2 plus 1, which is going to be 4th and 5th value. Take the 4th and 5th value, 35 plus 45 plus 45 divided by 2. So this is going to be 80 by 2, 40. So you can take 40. You can always take 40, you can take 35, you can 45, you can take 45, it doesn't matter. But you have to take the middle value. You cannot take 75 or 5 as you assume mean. So 45, the most central it is, the more closer your answer will be. No one has said you cannot take 55, you cannot take 65. But if you take 55, it will be very difficult because the subtraction value will give you a large value. If you keep it closer, x minus 40 by 10 is also acceptable. We'll take x 35. Let us take 35. Okay. So x minus 35 divided by 10. 10 is just because we want to make it more simpler. So 5 minus 35 is what? Is minus 30. This is a big number still. So divide by 10, minus 3. Minus 3 is a simplified number. Okay. So 5 minus 35 minus 30 and then 10 divided by 10 minus 3. So fi ui you have to do. Then you take the u square. So I am making one more column for ui whole square because you have to do fi ui whole square also. This column has to come after the 4th column. This has to be your 5th column. Okay. So minus 3 whole square, minus 2 whole square, minus 1 whole square, 0, 1, 1, 2, 4, 9, 16. 16 please. Okay. So this is your column you have to introduce. I just wrote it. You have to introduce. This has to be the 5th column. So fi you have to do fi ui whole square. You have to multiply these 2 columns and write it here. 18 into 19 is 162 like this. 1 into 16 is 16. Okay. 16 into 1 is 16. So fi ui whole square you have to do. Now take the sigma fi ui whole square and sigma fi. This is minus 71, this is 305 and this is 79. So mean, we already saw the formula a plus h sigma fi ui by n. A in place of a, you have taken the assumed as 35, right? 35. H is 10, we divided it by 10. Sigma fi ui is minus 71, right? Minus 71 here. Capital N is 79. Just write it here, 79. Okay, this is going to be 26.01. Arithmetic mean is 26.01. And then sigma square. This formula we already know. H is known to you. So let me just say H, you are going to take 10. Sigma fi ui whole square, 305. Sigma fi ui, you have to write a minus 71. And in capital N, sigma fi is 79. Put all the value and do according to this formula. It's going to be 305.20. This is going to be variance. What we have to find out the standard deviation. Standard deviation is the square root of variance. So take that square root, you'll get 17.47. Next question is, the student obtained the mean and standard deviation of 100 observations as 4D and 5.1 respectively. A student is there. The observations are 100 observations. Now he found that the mean x bar is 4D and the standard deviation is 5.1. Let us write it as sigma 5.1. But what he found later was 50 was wrong and it was actually 40. The 50 content number is wrong. 40 is the correct one. So we have to find out the correct mean and correct standard deviation. That is x bar c you have to find out. And sigma c. C I am writing subscript for corrected. So what is the mean? X bar is sigma x divided by xi. I equals 1 to n. So I am just not writing it. You know it by now. So this is sigma x. That is the sum of all the observation. Sigma x is going to be n into x bar. N into x bar is 100 into 40. So 100 into 40 or 40 into 100 is going to be 4000. So this was your sigma x when it was not corrected. So 4000 is the sum when you have a value 50 as one of the observation. Okay, but we have to find out sigma x corrected. So what was the problem? 50. So we have to subtract 50. 50 was the incorrect value, so we will subtract 50 and the 40 is the correct value. So we add 40. So what do you get? 3990. That is, you have to subtract only 10. Now this is sigma x. This is the correct value. Okay. Let us find out the correct mean now. X bar, which is the correct one, is going to be this 3990 sigma xc by n. So 3990 divided by 100. So 39.9 is your correct mean. Corrected mean. Okay, now coming to the next part. So what is given to us? Sigma. Sigma is what? Sigma is sigma xi minus x bar whole square by n. This is your sigma square. I am not writing this root. I am making it sigma square, which is variance. This formula is basically for variance. So variance is square, sigma square. So you have to do 5.1 whole square. See, I am doing sigma square. Sigma is given. So sigma xi minus x bar and just subtracting each element from x and it is squared. So now divided by 100. So sigma xi minus x bar is what? Sigma, this already done. Sigma xi minus x bar square is what? 100 into 5.1 whole square. So 5.1 whole square into 100 is going to be 2601. When you multiply, it's going to be 2601. Sigma xi minus x bar whole square. Now the problem is that 50 was our mistake and 40 was the correct one. So we'll take the same way. We have to take xi minus x bar whole square. So 2601. Now what you have to do is xi minus x bar for the incorrect one and you have to subtract, and for the correct one you have to add. So xi minus x bar, if we take the older one, 50 was our mean, 50 was the incorrect number, 40 was the mean. Xi minus x bar. Now the corrected one. So this corrected value is 40. And what is the corrected x bar? 39.9. Please remember 39.9. First time you have to take x bar. Second time you have to take previously you have to take 40 because it was uncorrected. So minus, you have to subtract this incorrect version, 50 minus 40 whole square. This you have eliminated. Now you have to add the correct one, that is 40 minus 39, 9.9. You have to add this square. That is, then only you will get a corrected xi minus x bar whole square. Okay, this corrected is going to be, let me just write, the computation is in front of you, 2501.1 to 1.101 will come. Now what is the sigma corrected? Or let us take, first take the sigma under root of this. Sigma xi minus x bar whole square, which is the corrected one, which is 2501.01, and divided by 100. Okay, so just assume it to be 2500. It will be under root 25. Under root 25 will be 5. So what you see here is corrected mean is 39.90. Corrected, the sigma is that value, 5. Now the next question is saying, calculate the mean, median and standard deviation of the following distribution. Let me just show you the question. This is the actual question. Class interval is given and frequency is also given. So 2, 3, 8, 12, 16. Now the problem here is, what is the problem? Can you tell me what is the problem? The problem is there is a break. See, 31 to 35 is the first class. 36 to 40 is the other class. What about 35 and 36? What is the value between 35 and 60? If you remember, then when I took a problem in the theory discussion, so this actually is of inclusive method. That is, here the class intervals are found by the inclusive method, but the midpoints of the class intervals remain same whether they are found by inclusive method or exclusive method. So there is no need to convert them into an exclusive series. Otherwise, what would we have done? We have to subtract 0.5 from the lower limit, and we have to add 0.5 to the upper limit, and there will be no break then. So I am subtracting 0.5 from the lower limit, adding 0.5 to the upper limit. But that is not the case here. We don't have to do this. As I said, class intervals are found by inclusive method, so it won't change. It won't change. So there is no need to convert them into exclusive series. As the question is saying, we don't have to change it. Okay. So this we are writing in the column. This is given in the question. Same thing we have to do. Same version, same thing you have to do. So this is class is 31 plus 35 divided by 2. When you do this, it will be 66 divided by 2, that is going to be 33. So 33 has come like this. You have to do for all of them. So xi you have got. The x column is still bigger. So what we can do? We can take a value which is the middle one, and then, or you can say we can take an assumed value, and this assumed value we are going to use. Okay. So 33 is there, and we can take either 48 or 53 as assumed value. So if I subtract the mean, how to find out the mean? It is the central value. You can take either 43, 48, 53, 58, any of them. But the best one which I see, because the value is going from 33 till 68. So according to me, the central one would be, say, 53. Okay. So take the 53. So 33 minus 53 is going to be minus 20. And minus 20, if you divide it by 5, you are going to get minus 4. So that will be a smaller number. What I am trying to suggest here is, assume mean. How many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Either you can do 48 plus 53 by 2. This was the one method which we already know. So 48 plus 53 by 2. But why to do it? Because we already have a closer number, either 48 or 53. Take any one of them. We haven't found out the actual mean. This is assumed mean. This is up to you. That is why it is called assumed mean. So the middle one, you take 48 or you take 53. It doesn't matter. Any of them you can take. So you can take x minus 53 divided by 5. I'll take one of these. Okay, 33. 33, subtract 53, and this is minus 20. Now still it is bigger. So you can divide it by 4, you can divide it by 5, you can divide it by 10. Right? But the problem is that if you take the next one, 38 minus 53, what are you going to get? 15. You are going to get 15 here. So if you divide by 10, it will be 1.5. So we don't want decimal value. If you divide it by 4, 15 divided by 4 is nothing. Again, you will get something in decimal. That will again be cumbersome to work with. So the best idea is divide by 5. This is how we take h. So 53 minus 38, as I said, is going to be 15. So 15 divided by 4 won't work. Divided by 10 won't work. Divided by 5 will work. You can check it for any other value also. 43 minus 53 is minus 10. So you can divide it again by 5. So we are not going to divide it by 4. We are not going to divide it by 10. We are going to divide it by 5. 5 is the ideal h which I can see here. You know why I am taking so much time in this finding out h? Because h will decide the computation of this next values. Take 68. 68. Now subtract 53. What are you going to get? Again 15 will come. Now 15 cannot be divided by 4 or either 10. It can be divided, but we will get a decimal value. We don't want that decimal value. So divide it by 5. So this is the whole discussion. You have to divide it by 5. I guess. I hope you got the idea. Take each value, which is your third column. Subtract each value with 53 and divide by 5. So we divide by 10, 5 normally. Okay. So divide by 5. What do you get? Fi ui. First find out this Fi into ui. So 2 into minus 8. 2 into minus 4. 2 into minus 4 is minus 8. Like this. So second column and fourth column you can multiply. 2 into minus 4 minus 8. 3 into minus 3 minus 9. Fi ui is there. 2 into 3 6. Now you have to square this column. I am just adding one more column. I did it in the previous question also. So you have to do the square of fourth column. 4 4s are 16. 3 3s are 9. 2 2s are 4. Minus 2 whole square is 4. Minus 1 whole square is 1. This is 0. This is 1. This is 4. This is 9. So this is the column you have to add as the fifth column when you are solving it in your exam or in your assignment. Okay. See, 16 into 2 is 32, like this. 4 into 8 is 32. So Fi ui whole square you have to do. Okay, clear? Now let us come to the actual version. Let me just clean it all. Okay. What is the mean? Assume mean. Plus a plus h into sigma Fi ui by n. Sigma f is n. So capital N is 50. Sigma Fi ui is minus 30. Sigma Fi ui whole square is 134. What is assume mean? We discussed a lot. 53 it is. Plus you divided it by h, which is your 5. So take it h 5. Sigma Fi ui is minus 30. And what is capital N? That is going to be 50. So this is going to be 50. 50 is your mean. See, that's why you must have taken 48. You might have taken 53. It doesn't matter because 50 is the closest one. Now h square sigma Fi ui whole square divided by n minus sigma Fi ui and Fi ui whole square by n. So you have to put h as 5. H as 5. Sigma Fi ui whole square you have to write 134 and you have to write 50. Fi ui you write minus 30. Okay. So this is how the value are being put, which I told you. Computation variance is 58 and standard deviation is the under root of 58, which is 7.62. Okay. So standard deviation is going to come as 7.62. Okay, this is all about this exercise. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.